The pattern through which circulation of blood happens is called as the circulatory system. Hi dear students, welcome to Kavita's NEET classes. In this lecture, we shall discuss the different circulatory pathways like open, closed, single, double circulation and so on, which is present in different organisms. The pattern of circulation of blood is called as the circulatory pathway. We have the open and the closed type of circulatory system. The open type of circulatory system can be found in arthropods and molluscs. What is this open type of circulation? Here, the blood from large blood vessels are pumped into open spaces or cavities, which is called as sinuses. Let me explain it to you with the example with a picture. Here, this is the open circulatory system which is found in arthropods, molluscs, etc. Here you can see the blood is pumped through large blood vessels into open spaces. Here you can see the open spaces, isn't it? They are pumped into open spaces or body cavities, which we call it as sinuses. Okay. What is the closed circulatory system or the closed circulatory pathway? Here, the blood is pumped into a network of closed blood vessels. This can be found in the case of mammals, birds, right? You can see that here the heart pumps blood into blood vessels which enters into a closed network of blood vessels, and you cannot find blood just being randomly pumped into any body cavities or open spaces. So this is the difference between the open circulatory pathway and the closed circulatory pathway. Then again, under closed circulatory system, we have the single circulation and the double circulation. A very good example of single circulation is the fish. So how does the single circulation happen in fish? Here you can see the circulation, the single circulation which happens in fish. Here the deoxygenated blood from the heart is pumped into the gills where it undergoes the process of oxygenation, and the oxygenated blood is supplied to different body parts, and the deoxygenated blood again gets collected into the heart. This kind of circulation where the deoxygenated blood is pumped into the gills where it undergoes oxygenation, and the oxygenated blood straight away from there it is supplied to different body parts, and after deoxygenation once again it is pumped back into the heart. This kind of circulation is called as the single circulation, which we can see in the case of fish. Under double circulation, we have the incomplete double circulation and the complete double circulation. Let me get back to the previous picture. Here you can see under closed, we have the single circulation and double circulation, isn't it? Under double circulation, we have the incomplete double circulation and the complete double circulation. Incomplete double circulation can be found commonly in amphibians, reptiles, whereas complete double circulation can be found in birds, mammals, we human beings. We also have the complete double circulation. So let me explain what is the incomplete and the complete double circulation. So this is the incomplete double circulation. So what happens here is there are two atrium and a single ventricle wherein both the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood are mixed together, and this mixed blood is also supplied to the lungs for oxygenation, and it is the same blood which is also supplied to the different body parts. Okay, let me explain it to you. Here you can see that the deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium, the oxygenated blood enters into the left atrium, and we do not have two ventricles over here. Please keep this in mind. We have only a single ventricle. So in the single ventricle, both the deoxygenated blood and the oxygenated blood come together and they get mixed, and this mixed blood is supplied and it is pushed into the lungs for oxygenation on one hand. For oxygenation, it is pushed into the lungs, and on the other hand, it is the same mixed blood which is also supplied to different body parts. So it is this mixture of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood which also goes to the lungs and which is also supplied to the different body parts. Got it? So this kind of circulation where there is mixture of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood and it is supplied to the different body parts is called as incomplete double circulation. Now let's move on to the complete double circulation which can be found in birds, mammals and us human beings as well. So here you can see there is a completely separate network for the oxygenated blood and a completely separate network for deoxygenated blood. Nowhere there is mixture of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood, isn't it? We have a complete set of circulation for the deoxygenated blood which is called as the pulmonary circulation and the another network for the oxygenated blood which is called as the systemic circulation, and there is no mixture of blood anywhere. This kind of circulation is called as the complete double circulation. So now let me explain the complete double circulation for you. Here you can find the deoxygenated blood enters into the right atrium, and from the right atrium it is pumped, it moves into the right ventricle. From the right ventricle it is pumped into the pulmonary artery where it enters into the pulmonary circulation. That is, from the pulmonary artery the blood moves to the lungs where it undergoes oxygenation. After oxygenation, the oxygenated blood comes to the left atrium. From the left atrium, it moves into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is pumped into the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body, right? So the oxygenated blood is pumped into the left. The oxygenated blood from the left atrium is pumped into the aorta, and from the aorta, it is supplied to different body parts. And then once again the deoxygenated blood from different body parts are collected and it enters back into the right atrium. So here you can see this is part of the pulmonary circulation. That is, the pulmonary circulation begins in the right ventricle and it goes through the lungs and then it ends in the left atrium. Whereas the systemic circulation begins in the left ventricle and it goes through the different body parts and it ends in the right atrium. So we have a separate network for oxygenated blood and a separate network for deoxygenated blood, and nowhere there is mixing up of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, and such a kind of circulation is called as complete double circulation. So now I hope you have understood what is the difference between open and closed circulation, and under closed circulation what is single circulation, which we can see in the case of fish, and what is double circulation. Further, under double circulation we have the incomplete circulation which can be found in amphibians, and we have the complete double circulation which can be found in birds, mammals and human beings. I hope you got a good picture of all of this. I have also made a series of lectures in the circulatory system where we'll be discussing about the structure of the human heart, the cardiac cycle and so on. So please subscribe to the channel and keep watching all of those videos. If you have any doubts or queries, you can leave your doubts in the comment section below. Also kindly like, comment, share and subscribe for more such informative videos. Until I meet you in the next lecture, thank you, take care, bye.